Hello friends, this is Ryan from Behind Eyes Gaming and welcome to Teamfight Tactics. It's going to be on the League of Legends client and I'm going to play a game. So I'm going to hop into ranked right away. I'm going to be planning on climbing the ranked ladder. This is a fairly new account. I named it after my YouTube channel. And I am going to see how far I can get. So I'll explain it as I go. I may have to adjust my my UI or whatever setup I have here because I don't know how much this will block. In fact, I'm gonna disable the overlay really quick because I believe that it will probably be in the way. So I'm gonna maybe try putting myself up in the corner here. I don't know where the optimal spot is. I'll move it around a little bit. Might have some performance issues. We'll have to see. Sometimes they get kind of in the way here, but we got a game. This is a tactical game, and it is basically everyone shares a shared pool of units, like a deck almost. It's very similar to the board game Dominion, where you have kind of cards, a communal set of cards that you build from, and you build an economy, and you have rounds, and then you face your opponents, and it's fully automated in the PvP section. So everything other than the placement of your units and which units you choose and the items you choose for them is automated. So there's going to be a lot of that going on, and yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this, and I'll have to see about doing more of this in the future. I may move this to my other channel if it is not well received here. It's a very, very different game than Path of Exile. My other channel was a Magic the Gathering channel, so it might be more similar because this is kind of similar to an online card game. More or less similar, so a lot more similar than it is to Path of Exile. Okay, it doesn't appear like this has gotten in the way. So this is the carousel. Basically, you'll choose a character and an item for this. Looks like it was bugged, and I missed the one I was going to grab, so I guess I'll just take this. That's okay. And different items can be combined into more powerful items with special effects. So you have a certain amount of base items. I believe there are 7. And in combination with other base items, they'll each become a different item. So I don't know how many there are in total. It's probably 49 if I were to guess. 7 times 7. There also might be 8. But yeah, the whole battle is automated. I'm just controlling this little guy. And during these rounds, I'm not fighting players. Basically, you're preparing. You gain either an item or gold in the beginning from these creeps, and I'm going to go ahead and sell her. You can sell units and buy new ones, and I bought all of the new ones. Hey, how's it going, man? It's pretty popular nowadays, I think, but it's a spin-off of League of Legends and Dota Auto Chess, which has become popular. Different auto chess games have become popular, but yeah, it's just you set it up. As you can see, there's like a grid, like a chessboard almost, and you set it up. You have no control of what actually happens once you set it up. So the goal is to get synergistic combination of units. They all have an origin. In this case, wild. In this case, pirate. In this case, void. And then they also have a class. In this case, brawler, shapeshifter. And if you have certain amounts of different, oh my, well, I can't not get these, so, alright, I'm gonna see if I get gold from this, and if not, I'm going to quickly sell this character. If you get 3 of a kind, then it's very different from Dota. Dota's a MOBA. This is, Dota Auto Chess is like a spin-off of Dota, so, yeah, this is quite different from that. But basically what I'm doing now is this is the last creep round before I start facing players. 3 of a kind, and you get an upgrade to your characters, which I think increases their attack and health by 80%. And since I got 3 of this unit right away, I was able to make a tier 2 of it really quickly, which is very, very powerful. So I have that set up, and then basically what you want to do in the beginning of the game is try to find good item combinations, and then good character combinations, and you want to find a lot of pairs in the beginning as well. For every 10 gold, you have gold units, depending on their base power, will cost different amount of gold, and you'll have a higher chance of getting higher cost units the higher level you are. So you level up using this. You also get one additional unit on the board depending on your level, which can be quite nice. I'll probably lose this one despite getting a tier 2 pike. I'm going to get a little bit of healing here, but yeah, the noble bonus is too strong. Basically, the noble bonus gives life gain on hit and armor. Okay, so I've got quite a lot to work with here. Looks like got some early assassins. Since I don't have the wild bonus anymore, I'm going to trade out Warwick. They all have base stats as well: 30 armor, 600 health, 40 armor, 600 health. So since I'll be using this guy to tank, I could also level up to add an additional unit, but I'm not going to do that just yet. I don't think any of these items that I have are particularly synergistic with what I have, so I'm going to leave them on the bench. I could throw the recurve bow onto Pike, is this character, just to give him a little bit of extra power, make him proc his ability, because his ability is a stun in the line, which is pretty strong. But yeah, currently we're getting wrecked since we haven't really utilized any of our items, and that guy started with 4 units instead of 3, but that's okay. It's not too bad to lose some life in the beginning. It's all about setting up for the late game. So we're gonna try to, I guess, kind of slow play this a little bit. But at the moment, I could pick a better tank. I like Shen, he's a better tank at the moment. I probably at this point won't be going wilds, but I still want to hold on to them. I might still take Kassadin because Void Assassin is a definite possibility. And I think what I'm going to end up doing is, so I'm over 10 gold and get an additional gold the next turn. Well, so much for that. I'll sell some of these extra. I forgot to put in my extra unit. So the Warwick, the wolf guy, was put on the field completely unnecessarily. But his special ability makes it so they all have mana bars, and when they, or not all of them, but most of the units have mana bars. And when they reach a certain tier, I could also pick these up. In fact, rather than going for that, I'm going to keep open to the possibility that I might change to Yordles later on, because, which are these little guys, the little cute guys, because they have some good synergies with Sorcerer. And what I'm going to try to go for here, I'm going to be second pick, is one of these tier items, because they combine with, first of all, these are 3 cost units, so they're going to be sell for more. The blue ones are 3, the green ones are 2, the gray is 1, and then purple is a 4 cost, and orange is a 5 cost, which is the highest. So, and they go up in power as it goes. But yeah, what I can do is I can sell this unit, take the item off it, and have the tier, which I can combine with the bow I have, and it makes a fairly powerful item. One of the more powerful ones. It's usually utilized in a different kind of composition, but that's okay. I could also have 2 Shyvana, but I think I am going to just set this up here, and then I'll put this here. I'm just going to sell the Warwick at this point. And I'm going to hold on to these because they can still build into useful things. But right now I'm kind of saving. You can re-roll and get a new 5 units to choose from. And it's pretty nice, but in the beginning of the game, a lot of times, unless you're going for very specific early game units, it's usually good to save your gold so you get more of it later on. Especially if you're feeling like you're at least pretty close to even. So you're either going to win the fight or you're going to have a close fight. So leaving them with only 1 or 2 units so you only lose a little bit of health. You also get additional gold for win streaking or lose streaking. So it's usually bad to lose streak for somewhat obvious reasons. But basically what I'm going to do is, now that I've gotten a tier 2 Kha'Zix, which is potentially a good one to have for early drops for Void or for Assassins. I could do Ninja Assassins or Void Assassins. Brawlers, I guess I probably should have kept my Warwick. So, made a little bit of a mistake, but still possible that I transition. It's good to keep your options open. I think I was a little too eager to get that 1 extra gold, but, you know, at over 2 rounds, that ends up being 2 extra gold, etc. So, very unlikely to win this fight. This guy has 5 units already, and has some good synergies going on, has Sorcerer, so we can have that set up. I'm going to level up this next turn. I'll be 6 out of 10. And I think I'm also going to give up on the Kassadin, because it's unlikely that I'll get more of them later on. Okay, so level this up. Move my tanks to the front here and add an additional unit. And the reason I'm moving them over here is because when one of these dies, it heals the other 2 unless you have some sort of heal block, which we could make, but we don't have any kind of AoE attack. So if I put the assassins over here, they'll jump over to this one, and if I have these in front of them, then they'll just attack this one. So these guys will travel over, they'll all damage this one instead, so that these guys healing won't be affected, basically. And then they split up the damage. But, well, it should be okay now, I think. So, 3v1. And these guys hopefully will drop items instead of gold. I can at most get 1 item from now, but that's okay. Alright, I get another item. This doesn't really improve what items I can make, but it does kind of push me towards certain other items that I can potentially pick up from the carousel or get later. So, got another pike. I could have probably gone pirates at this point. I saw an early gangplank, but it was maybe a little bit too early. I have double ninja here, which is a bad move. So I think what I'll do is just have a little temporary setup here. Don't really think I have any way to reasonably go into rangers because they require a decent amount of early game move units, and I plan on probably leveling straight up to 6. I'm going to try to get a unit called a Kali relatively soon, and another unit called Cho'Gath. So hopefully I'll be able to pick those up. Alright. So far, that's okay. That's only 2. So we're still at 70 life. It's we're in a rough spot, but this game is all about making power spikes. It's really hard to maintain a lead throughout the entire game. So I'm going to let it ride like I have it for just one more. And once I hit level 6, I'm going to start spending my gold more, because it means I have a slightly better chance at getting a 4-cost unit, which several units that I want are 4-cost currently. And I could also potentially pick up some other good stuff there as well, so. It looks like this guy's going for the same kind of composition as I am, and he's got a better start to it, so it's going to be a little bit difficult to compete. And because this guy drains mana, I was unable to get my ability off to stun, so I took a big hit there. That's a big problem, but it's not that bad. Should be fine. like I said, we're going to hopefully hit a power spike very soon here. Okay, so we need this unit. I think we're probably, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and level. I still could go Yordles. It's still not completely out of the question. So I'm going to pick this up, and we're gonna kind of roll to see what we can get. I think we have to kind of make a decision, and because we have more of the Void Assassins, I think at this stage I am going to do that because of that Warwick. We are picking up a decent amount of them. Probably gonna have to take this for Brawler. Ah, there you go. That's what I was looking for, and this is also it. So we are gonna hit a bit of a power spike here. There. Okay. So I have a lot more of what we need at this point. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to sell some of the stuff that I have on the board, and then I'm going to set up a lot better board state, hopefully. And we're basically looking for one more unit now for our core composition, which is Cho'Gath. He's a very heavily contested unit. And we are looking for either the sword or one of these rods. I think I'm going to take the rod for now. And then we'll see if we can grab a sword later on. But we want to... one of the items we want to make is Morellonomicon, which is very good. Actually, I probably could have used the sword more immediately. Whereas right now I'm kind of waiting for a Cho'Gath. So that was probably another misplay here. That's okay. Should be fine. But we're going to get our Void bonus. We're going to get a couple of other bonuses. So go ahead and sell some of this stuff. Move this out here. Move this out here. Take this back. Throw this out here. So we got a couple of bonuses going for us now. And we are going to be looking to roll now. Looking for that. Good. And for now, I'll take another one of these. And we'll kind of leave it. That should help quite a bit. We've gained a lot of power. Now, because of Void champions deal true damage. 3 of our units are Void, so that's very good. And then we have Assassin, which gives us critical strike damage. All units have a 25% chance to critical strike. And then we have Brawlers on 2 of our units, where Brawlers gain bonus maximum health. So we're in an okay spot here. A pretty good start. Eventually we're going to replace our Pike with Rengar, unless we get a tier 3 Pike. Hey, and there's the Cho'Gath. So, because I do plan on replacing that, that's very good. That is optimal. So I'm going to right away go ahead and put this on the Cho'Gath. Give it a lot of power. And yeah, we're set up pretty decently. And you also get a gold from winning. So if you're at 19 like this, you can just kind of keep it there. But yeah, we have most of our core composition all worked out. And we killed their Cho'Gath before he could use his ultimate, which is really nice. Our Cho'Gath's gonna get to use its ultimate. Yeah, so we're still gonna lose. I think maybe they just had more upgraded units than us, or they had more units set up. But that's okay. That's not bad. So we want to sell something here. Probably, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the Kassadin. We already have Voids. We can set that up. Okay, well. There's another Blitzcrank, and there's another Kazik. Well, we'll just keep the Blitz going for now. Alright, and we got a lot of items. Boy, look at all those. Well, may as well make use of some of these chain armors. So, I'll throw that there. And I'm going to try to just... I'm going to keep above 20, and then I'm going to spend probably 20 to shoot straight for 7. That'll put our 4th Brawler in, which will give all of our Brawlers 700 bonus health, which will be a pretty substantial boost. And we're pretty close to completing a lot of sets. We almost have our 3rd Akali. Then we can aim for Rengar, and we can move our items from Pike on our Rengar. And from that stage, I'll be looking for a BF sword from the carousel. So this little circle makes this and everything in it immortal, but that's okay. We took him down. We're starting to kind of hit our stride. We got really low health, or fairly low health. We lost almost 2/3 of our health during the time we were reaching that point, but that's okay. Should be absolutely fine. So we're gonna level up, put this in, I'll put this in the center, and we're gonna pick up our Rengar. So now we just need one more Rengar, and we can replace Pike with Rengar. I'm actually going to... Oh, there it is. Okay. So we're just gonna throw this on, and I'm not gonna throw this on yet, because, and of course we want the Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath is... So now we're 1 away from completing Cho'Gath, 1 away from completing Akali. Level 7, we have decent chances at hitting tier 4 units. So far, things are going pretty well. It looks like we're probably going to lose this one. Especially with our Cho'Gath aiming over there. So, yeah. But once we get those two leveled up, and once we get a couple of our items set up, we should be in a lot better shape. So hopefully we get that before we die. Sometimes you don't get to complete what you were trying to set up. That's why it's usually good to be a little bit more open. We may have overcommitted a little bit early, but I think that's okay. So instead of saving because I'm so low, I am going to attempt to hit what we need to hit. Okay. That's good. Got a tier 3 Kha'Zix. Alright, and there's not really much point. I think I'm going to take this Rengar. But we're probably going to have to stay at low gold for a while until we can actually finish some of the stuff we need to finish here. Kha'Zix is quite strong, knocks 3 things up. We got our Rengar ready. He has 2 Guardian Angels. That's also what we're doing. Basically, Guardian Angel is this little orange item. It makes it so that when your unit dies, they come back to life with 800 health. So it's quite good. And for that purpose, we're going to be... Yeah, unless there was a 3rd Cho'Gath, which I might have gotten instead. We're going to go for a sword, but there is no sword. So, I think what I'll take is this, because this is a very powerful unit. I can just slot it in if I want. It also... I don't believe it has any synergies with any of the items I have. The spatula. Spatula is kind of a special item. It allows you to change the job or add a job to your unit. You don't change it, you add an additional job, so you can make a unit a sorcerer or an assassin, that kind of thing. You know, any of the different kinds of jobs. So yeah, this would make it a knight, and this would make it a glacial. Doesn't really do us much good, and I think I'm just gonna sell it because it sells for 5, and we need the extra rolls at this point. So, okay, that's good. That's very good. We got our tier 2 Akali. I think just to make Akali lasts longer in the fight, and because I don't have, you know, I can't sit on items forever. You have to complete them. Otherwise, they're not adding any stats or bonuses to the battle. So that'll make my Akali tankier, be able to last in the battle, and also make it so that she can stop healing, which is really nice and important. So it looks like we're definitely going to win this. We're making a little bit of a comeback. Once we get our Cho'Gath tier 2, we should be okay. Pretty good to go. Who needs talent when you're luck? Lucky. Who needs talent when you're lucky, right? Alright, well, I think I like him a little better. He's got higher base stats overall, or pretty comparably high base stats, and this unit is stopping my assassins from taking out their backline, so I'm going to swap those out. It can also be good for taking out a backline unit. Like, we might have a hard time getting onto... Sometimes when they don't move properly like that, you don't end up taking... Yeah, so we might end up losing because of that. Maybe not. Oh, never mind. We got there. So maybe that wasn't the best decision, because we would have been able to probably immediately take out the... Oh, it might not have taken out the Karthus. It might have taken out the Anivia. So we wanted the guy with the hat and not the bird, basically. For those of you not familiar with what's going on. Okay. So now that we have it mostly complete, we can just sit here. Kind of accumulate our gold, wait until our next major loss, and then just panic buy. But right now we're just gonna wait and accumulate money, hope that we are strong enough to just kind of go forward at this point. But we're looking okay. We have our core composition completed, so hopefully we get a lot of good items from this. That would be nice. Might not get any items at all, but I do. Okay, looks like we got 2 items. And they're not particularly good for us, unfortunately. Alright, get one of these. This is a little bit of a problem. Because we're not going to get any more individual items outside of the carousel, so I think we just have to kind of throw things onto units. This does have some synergy with Volibear, because he can hit multiple units, but because he's still tier 1, it's pretty unlikely he's going to survive. Whoa. Something. Okay, that must have been the Vagar or something. Wow, we just got wrecked by those sorcerers, though. They have a lot of different abilities, and when you have 6 of them, which I assume this guy does, they have a substantial increase in damage to their ability. Well, we're at 17 health. I think we just kind of have to roll now and hope we can complete some of our sets. That's the situation. Sometimes you have a little bit of leeway, but I don't think we have a ton of leeway here. Alright. Might get out in pretty low place if we have some bad matchups here. It looks like our opponent has, once again, a very similar composition to us. Attack him? Yes. Alright. We stopped his Karthus. That's going to be a big deal. It's going to make a huge difference. And I think we got it now. I think we have this. Alright, almost took him out. Unfortunately, if we could have taken him out, we could have ensured a higher placing. But That's okay. I think we have to focus. I want to pick this up, but I think we have to focus on getting our third volley bear. In fact, I may just sell some of the stuff we're unlikely to upgrade because having this... Oh man. Oh man. I just don't see it happening. Okay, we're gonna have to do this for now. Just so he has more staying power. Because if your tanks have more staying power, then they're more likely to stay in the fight for longer. Okay, so now the units... Hey, Marcus, how's it going, man? So this is going to be a big problem because, okay, luckily my units killed him before he was able to destroy my entire team. But this guy has a big area of effectiveness. Okay, we took a guy out and another guy got out. So we managed to hang on long enough to at least to get to the top 5. That means if we do have a major loss and happen to drop out, we're not going to lose a lot of rating. So currently we have just a spatula. The best way to improve our team, I want to get this volley bear, but what I can do instead is have an additional unit on the field. And that might be a little bit more powerful at the moment. I can even put in the volley bear, of course. He'll still get the 700 health. You can't have 6 brawlers currently. There's another one that's been added to the game. So yeah, what I think I'll do is exactly that. I'll just throw this here, throw him onto the field, and then we're still going to try for... Okay, got our third volley bear. Cool. Now, in theory, we've hit another strong power spike. Hopefully, we can ride it out. Just... Oh, look at that. The guy got out in 4th. So we made top 4. We're going to gain rating no matter what. Now we are trying to place as high as we can, so we can climb the ladder more quickly. Top 4 is the goal, and then of course winning is the real goal. In theory, top 4 will usually do well for it. Looks like we're getting absolutely destroyed though, so I guess we're dead. Alright, top 4 will do. I'll take a top 4. Not optimal, of course, but it'll work. It's fine. So we got 12 points. If you get 100 points or more, you're promoted. So we're looking to get promoted. I was hoping to get promoted that game, but I think things went okay. We just we're a little slow on the uptake, I guess. Didn't get a lot of items until endgame, and didn't get super synergistic items, but that'll happen sometimes. The goal is to have a stable setup so that you'll still make it to a higher place, at least top 5, probably at least top 4, even if the items don't necessarily fall your way. You know, we got what, 4 chain armors from our drops there. We definitely could have went a different kind of build, but the magic based build still would have absolutely destroyed us, even if we had thorn mails on our units. So like we could have gotten Braum, who synergizes really well with Thornmail, for instance, but it wouldn't have made that much of a difference. So, and it also would have required swapping out at a fairly late stage in the game, which might have just put, since we were at low life, it would have been a higher risk. We just threw our units together. There are definitely things we could have done better that game. I definitely could have taken a BF sword instead of what I ended up taking. I don't remember exactly what I took, but I remember I took the wrong item one, basically. Alright, so we're aiming for one of these 2. Alright, cool, so got ourselves a bow, which is pretty nice. Attack speed's really good, it's really versatile. And it will allow us to potentially run a number of different compositions if we get items that synergize with it. So it allows for a hyper carry type situation, so I can hyper carry volley bear. I can set up rangers. I can set up gunslingers. There's a lot of different things you can do with the bow, so it's definitely an optimal item to take early on. The other thing I could have considered is spatula, because it opens up a lot of different options, and of course Currently, Tear and Needlessly Large Rod are both very powerful. So what I am going to take here is I'm going to take the Nobles, because I can do a 3 Noble setup, and I'm going to keep the Zed because I think Zed's really nice early. The Ninja bonus gives you a bonus if you have either exactly 1 or all 4 of the ninjas, and it's quite powerful. It gives a flat attack damage, which sets him to a base attack of a rank 2 version, or rank 2 unit basically. So it's a lot of extra attack. Like this unit at rank 2 is gonna have like 90 damage, and he has 105. So gives you more attack damage than most of that. Having a singular ninja in the early game can be very powerful. That's also very good. And I'm going to pick these up as well. I may sell them if I don't manage to hit at least doubles of any of them at the beginning of the next round in order to level up early. Since I already hit a tier 2 of the Noble, but we're going to have to see. I might also slow roll and not level up. So you get 4 experience for 4 gold, and I'm at 0 out of 6 experience. When this round is over, every round gives you 2 experience towards the next level. So I could spend 4 gold and get exactly to level 4 next round, which would give me potential access to higher cost units, which could be very nice. Tear is the perfect item to go with a bow, and Static Shiv is a very powerful item, which is what it makes when they're combined. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. And I think I am going to sell one of these. I think I'm going to sell that Elise. I'm going to pick this up, and I am going to level up so that I can keep that. I'm going to keep myself open to the possibility of sorcerers if I win the assassins again. If I win the round, I'm going to pick up Kha'Zix. So rather than Fiora, because I don't think Fiora is a great unit in the long term. I'm basically just having her in so I can have the Noble bonus, which is very powerful. So we have this setup, and it goes on a random unit, not just one of the Nobles. So in this case, it went on to my Zed, and you gain 60 armor, 60 magic resist, and heal 35 health on hit, which is extremely powerful. That being said, I'm not going to turn down a free tier 2 Fiora. So it just kind of dropped that in my lap, which is nice. I'm also going to, I think I will pick up the Katarina. Still possibly going towards assassins. Also might go knights, knight rangers or something along those lines. So I'm keeping a lot of plays open based on what I have early. Veigar is really good and fits into a lot of compositions, but because we already have certain units to start, and we only have so much money to buy things, I'm going to go with the things we can more easily transition into. Toby. It looks like it's my cat's feeding time, but Jessica's currently out, and I'm in the middle of the game, so he's gonna have to wait until I'm done with the game, or Jessica, whichever comes first. Hey, buddy. Alright, so this leaves us open to Rangers again. We picked up 2 Rangers here, and also we could do Brawlers. Yeah, he has Cyclone. He literally has, it's called Judgment, but it's totally Cyclone. Garen is a Cyclone, I don't know, like, I guess Slayer or Juggernaut maybe? I think he's probably a Juggernaut, let's be honest. Looks like our opponent's doing something pretty similar to us once again. Although it looks like they're keeping their options pretty close too. Alright, so we're on a pretty nice win streak so far. That gives us a couple of options. I think I'm going to take the level up this round though and just add another unit to the board. I'll probably Ike, but we'll have to see if I can get another tier 2 unit. I'll go for that. Currently, the things that I want are going to be probably sword or armor right here, or tier or bow. The sword and armor give us access to a potential guardian angel, which is very powerful. The tier and bow give us access to another static shiv. Because we haven't lost any life yet, though, we're going to be last pick. Luckily, our last pick is right in our face, and this sells for 3 gold, and it's a unit that we might actually use. So, lots of benefits to that. We might use Kendall. I'm not entirely sure. See, here we pick up Warwick and Rengar, which is really nice. I think that means we're probably going to get rid of our noble bonus and throw this in. So this gives us the wild synergy, and it puts us close to the assassin. I'm only keeping these in right now because having 3 tier 2 units is better than the assassin bonus. Still getting the wild currently. That's not going to be the case necessarily for much longer. But it looks like we're going a very similar build to last game. It's a fairly safe build, and it's particularly nice since we gained so much power early. So I can probably eliminate the possibility of Knights and Rangers. I'm going to give Rangers another little bit, but we do want to start saving up gold. We have a lot of the key components to the Ninja Brawler build, and a much better start. So we don't have to worry about being quite as frantic as we were last game. We can kind of... What I think I'm going to do is a Korean strategy. If I can win one more round in a row, I'm going to use a Korean strategy called Fast Level 8. And the... okay, so we didn't pick up any more Rangers. I think I'm just going to call it here and keep kind of a similar composition. But basically what we're going to do is we're just going to keep accumulating gold. We're only going to pick up things that fit into our composition. And we'll, as we do that, we're going to attempt to get to 50 gold, which is the max amount you can get interest for. And then we're going to spend all of our extra money on leveling. So that's currently the goal, but it'll only work out if we can win one more in a row. Okay. So when this guy's cycloning like this, he's immune to magic. Unfortunately, well, we still have high life. We might be able to do it. It would have given us an additional, what, 2-3 gold had we won that round, though, which would have been a big deal towards going towards the... but I think I'm still possibly going to do it. It would have been a lot more impressive if I was, if I had won that round, though. It would have given me a head start. But I think we can still do it. Our life total is very high. So, similar setup. We want to attack this one first because when it dies, it'll heal the other two. Get some Diddy Kong racing music in the background. We're not going to pick up any of these extra ones. Even though we have this unit, we're not going to get it above tier 2. Fiora has the lowest base health in the game. It's pitiful. In fact, I'll buy her and sell it. It's 400. It's really bad. It's worse than the assassins. It's worse than pretty much anything else. It's just terrible. So she's not a great unit unless you're going very specific compositions or have very specific items on her. She just feels really bad. But we got gold there instead of items, which is unfortunate because we're a little bit lacking in the item department at the moment. But I think we should be okay. Picking that up. Hey, how's it going, Skepsy? Yeah, getting having a good time. Managed to squeak by in top 4 last game. We're currently in first, but not by much. I actually have played with one of these guys before, Oblivious. I recognize him. So I don't know how high ranked these guys are. I believe my MMR, which is matchmaking ranking, is fairly high. Yeah. Who chose? Oh no, that sounds like bad news. Okay, so get a little bit of stun action there. But it looks like it's going to be a very, very close. 2 versus 1. Yeah, he's going to beat me 1 versus 1. That's okay. It's fine. We lost very little life since there was only 1. And yeah, we're still just going to sit here and accumulate. Normally, I would level up to 6. There is not a single player mode, but you can play just in normals and mess around. I would recommend it. It's really fun. It's a very interesting tactical game. There's a certain element of randomness because you're dealt random characters every round and every time you press refresh. And also, of course, the characters, how they act in combat, they're somewhat predictable. Although it is currently a little bit bug heavy, so it's not entirely predictable even in that sense. Alright. Yeah, we got stomped there. But that is actually okay, because now that we're aiming to hit 50 gold, and because we had such high life going into it, we're going to accumulate a loss streak instead. And then we should hit a big power spike at like, hopefully at level 6 or close to level 7. We might be a little low life at the time. It's preferable often to keep your life total high, of course, but I think we should be okay. Now in this particular build, we didn't get Kha'Zix at all, and also haven't seen a Rek'Sai, who is important to our build. So either we're going to have to go back and find them once we're leveling up, or we're just going to have to go with a purely assassin or ninja assassin composition. So we have still a lot of options open to us, but we're a little bit more limited than we were last game. But we have more time to figure it out since we had such a higher life total, hopefully. Unless we start just losing a lot of life, which is entirely possible. But we're almost to our goal of 50 gold, so... Okay, well... that's not too much damage, it's like 8 or 10 total. 9. I will pick up the Blitzcrank. It looks like these guys are going for Void Assassin, so I think what I might actually try to do instead is do Ninja Assassin. So I picked up a Ninja just there. And we currently have body armor, or chain vest rather it's called. And what I want with that was a BF sword, which is currently isn't on here. So alternatively we can take needlessly large rod or bow. Hey, how's it going, Thor's hammer? I don't really like taking the bow because it's low cost, but we're gonna take it anyway. Phantom Dancer is not a bad item. Could be really useful on one of our tanks, or even one of our assassins. It's not great on assassins, honestly. Alright, so now we're over 50 gold. We did hit the Rek'Sai, but I think we want to go Ninja Assassins instead. So we're going to start dropping some of this stuff and looking for other units here. Hey, bonus take 2. Turn PoE up, keep getting the blue screen. Yeah, that's never fun. So this is our last round of probably getting shit stomped. I would imagine, I'd hope. This is really bad because he's going to do a lot of damage to all of our units. Alright, so that was pretty bad for us, but I think we're okay. We're starting to get to a worrisome level of life though, but going forward, now we can start leveling a lot, and we can roll kind of as we level. Okay, so I'll put this in, or actually, Yeah, let's do it this way, because with the bonus, we actually have more health on the tier 1 Blitzcrank than the tier 2 Fiora, which is sad, but it is what it is. And I can keep it exactly 50 gold, but yeah, I'm going to be very rapidly leveling. Probably faster than anyone else, as that was the primary goal. Doesn't mean we're not going to still lose quite a few rounds going into this, though. Yeah, still going to be a little bit of a problem, but that's okay. We should hit a really strong power spike once we hit level 7. So just try to hold on. Hey. Doing some TFT streaming. Managed to squeak by in 4th place in my first one. Doing a little bit of a different kind of build here, and I don't know if it's gonna work out. Might just end up having to go 6 assassin and like 1 random tank to pull unit. We'll see. Might be able to go ninja assassin. Need a Kali for that, which is another bonus of leveling up. Alright, getting some items here. That's good. I'm gonna put Guardian Angel on the Katarina now. Put this on here. That's really nice. And then once again, we're leveling up. So now I can put Pike. And yeah, our goal is to hit level 8 as soon as possible. So presumably we probably hit level 7 before anybody else. I could sell this Zed. I'd have to rebuy Zed. Oh yeah. Gonna get rid of that so we stay at 50. But we're no, now we're only a Kali away from getting ninja assassin. So I think we're just gonna hold. Oh, Katarina, go! I don't think she's going to pull off this 2v1, but we're not going to lose too much life, so it's fine. Once we get a tier 2 Katarina, we're going to be feeling a little better about it. Alright, got this, and this. Alright, that was pretty good. And then we can level up once. Once we get to a certain point, though, we're gonna have to stop living off our interest. We can't be a trust fund kid forever. I'm gonna throw one more roll. We can drop a little below 50, maybe. Impulsive, but it got us our tier 2 Shen. Wow. Katarina just died immediately. Yeah, so we're getting wrecked. We need to probably start just going for it at this point. I think I might have to start rolling. So let's see. With 2 ninjas. Concoction. Good question. Okay, those are both really good. 30 health. 2. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna love it. I'm just gonna hit 8. And then we're gonna go ahead and throw in another one of these for now. I was gonna live off my interest, but I really think I need to try to get a Kali as soon as possible. And my team composition looks really bad at the moment. And that's partially because, well, it's not the greatest, but... Look at my guys just kind of sitting there. Alright, well, it's good enough to take this guy down, though. Not quite kill him, but almost. Alright, and we will be first pick. Once again, there's... Oh no, second pick. Ah. Once again, there's I kind of want this Cho'Gath. Yeah, I'm gonna take this. Oh, maybe. Ah, I forgot we already spent. I should have looked first. That was bad. I should have just taken the bow, got a rapid fire cannon or something. Especially considering we are Yordles. So another mistake this game. Well, that's fine. Alright. It's not letting me buy this for some reason. Also, that gave me the wrong thing. Okay, I think my game's bugging out really bad. That's not good. And I think we just have to roll for Akali, because it's super important now that we get Akali. Like, our composition just doesn't work with it. Oh, luckily she ran out of her own life, so that's good. That gives us some stuff to work with here. And it looks like we're going to take somebody out, so... although our units... Yeah, the game has a lot of bugs, as you can see. It is still in beta. I hope that once it's out of beta, of course, looks a little better. Yeah, okay. I wanted to see if we were still in the game. We are indeed still in the game. So this guy's gonna actually die, though, anyway. But we were going to win that without taking any damage, so it works out to be a little bit unfortunate there. And I'm gonna give this a couple of additional rolls. Oh, this is actually quite good. Okay, cool. So we got some random nonsense, but that's okay. Can't quite transition yet. You know what? Yeah, I should have thrown a Bloodthirster on something. That was bad. I think I'm gonna throw it on the Rengar. Or maybe... Yeah, I'm gonna throw it on the Rengar. Okay. Should have definitely done it before. Alright, I'm gonna give it one roll, and... Nope. No Akali. Well, this is a little bit of a problem. We can go 6 assassins, maybe.
Hope you like it rough.
That puts us at 5. We can get one more assassin potentially. Kha'Zix is one we could get. Kali is one we could get. That'd be better. But we'll see. Might have to sell one of our cannons. Wow, lots of items. Okay, well, that's cool. So I think I'm going to throw a couple of items onto Rengar here. Alright, let's get that going. And, yes. We're gonna do that for now. So now we have 6 assassins. They're gonna get a larger crit damage bonus. I have the Rengar kind of decked out a little bit. Don't jump into the ultimate, thank you. I can't crit, unfortunately. Okay. Well, we're not quite dead yet. The Phantom Dancer really saved that guy. Yeah, I don't really... I think Yasuo is just a distraction here is probably... He can't be touching it. Yeah, that's kind of the downside. Maybe I'll use Kale as my random 5 cost unit instead here. Can't quite get that. There we go. Alright, should be okay against everything except that one chill gap, which is going to be hard to beat. Well, maybe not. Oh! Ah, got wrecked. Alright, well we're out there. That was a little bad, but you know, we tried to go for a composition. We probably should have just switched to the 6 assassins a little bit earlier, but c'est la vie. Try to not go assassins this game, that'd be cool. I just keep getting handed really early assassins. I'm like, well, may as well. ¿Por qué no? Jump into another game. Hey, how's it going, LaFlame? Yep, playing a different game this time. Trying it out, seeing kind of what the reception is. I haven't even checked the viewer numbers, basically. Doesn't look like we're getting a lot of viewers on this one, but, you know, that's okay. It's to be expected. Are you going back to PoE? Not tonight. I'll be doing another PoE stream tomorrow, though, so if you want to tune in for that. But yeah, at the moment, I'm just kind of playing around with this game a little bit. Yeah. It'll be fun. Gonna do a little bit of streaming. A lot of streaming, I think, in the near future. Since it's hard for me to make videos in the off season, I might just end up streaming a lot more again. We'll see. Alright, got in ahead of that guy. Beat him out. But yeah, I think I'll try to do a more defensive comp this game, potentially. Like, maybe some sort of Knight Ranger or maybe Yordle Sorcerer type thing. I do play League of Legends, or I did play League of Legends. I used to be a Platinum 1 was my highest rank and ranking, and I mained support and top lane. So, yep, I played a decent amount of League in my day. I would say an incredible amount of League in my day. But yeah, I haven't really played League of Legends proper in a very, very long time. I'm just playing Teamfight Tactics right now.
I know what lurks in the shadows.
Oh, that hurt. I still had vape in my lungs. Oh, God. Excuse me. I think I about died there. Thank you. Oh, that was a big sneeze. Oh, yeah, that hurt a little bit. I was taking a vape and I sneezed and didn't go well. So Knights are an interesting synergy. They actually make it. Do you play League, LaFlame? Oh God, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze again now. those up. Throw this on Vayne for now. Used to play it for 5 years. Yeah, that's probably... I think I played it a little bit longer than that. I think I played it for like... Yeah, maybe it was 5 years. It was 5 or 6 years. But yeah, I played it for a very long time. And I enjoyed it. It was fun. But I just burnt myself out on it, I guess. Every once in a while, like maybe once every few months, I'll go back and think I'll get back into it. And I play a couple games and I'm like, I just can't. Just can't get into it. That. Well, lots of stuff I want here, so I'm not gonna level up. Made a lot of pairs. Got a pair with these. Got a pair with these. Don't see any other gunslingers, so I'm just gonna have this here. There. Alright. So got what, like 4 sets of doubles here. Hopefully can get that. Cool. Yeah, me too. I tried to climb to diamond once, but just couldn't pull it off. This wasn't quite mechanically skilled enough. I think I played pretty well overall. For some reason, I don't know why she went and targeted the Lucian. I guess they were set up in a row, so it kind of makes sense. But that's fine. Well, at least I'll have somebody in chat who understands when I call the characters by their names. Because it's probably hard just from a viewing standpoint. Speaking of Lucian... Alright. That might be a possibility. Might end up picking up Lucian as kind of a carry. He's a very strong carry for the early and mid game in this game. If you can get a Luden's Echo and a Static Shiv on him, he's extremely, extremely strong. But I'm not willing to give up my Vayne just yet. Alright, so this is going to get pulled, fortunately. He's even alright just as a standalone. Lucian's very powerful, just generally speaking. Also, he'll give me my night bonus when I throw him in next round, which will be really good. Or not night bonus, my noble bonus. It looks like I'm going to win this fight. So that's cool. He's not going to charge up his ultimate fast. Broke my losing streak. Yeah. Okay. So there you go. Got Vayne, got that. Got my noble bonus. Looking to be off to a fairly strong start. Could still go gunslingers, so I'm going to keep that as an option. And yes, I'll take the Nidalees. Not very likely I'll use the Nidalees, but you know, if I happen to just get super lucky and get handed a boatload of Nidalees next time, then maybe I play Nidalee. Maybe not. But yeah, we hit a pretty good power spike. Our opponent, however, hit their 5 units already, so they're going the fast leveling strategy, which is perfectly fine. Not trying to imply that that is a good way to go. Fast leveling is usually pretty good. That's a pretty fast level 6. I think they would have had to have leveled up twice already. Or 3 times. I think they would have had to have leveled up 3 times. So that Lucian is looking pretty nice. What do we got? I forget. For items, just the static shit. So we could go for potentially a Luden's Echo with this, which would be really good. Especially with the... I think I'm going to head for the Volley Bear. I'm going to take that. Luden's Echo is nice, and even if not, there's a couple of decent items like Morella Namicon that we can build with the needlessly large rock. Alright, I think our bench is getting a little too cramped, so we're going to give up on the Nidalee. We're going to take this take this. And we're still kind of a little undecided. I guess we can take our third knight potentially and maybe pick up a fourth one with like Poppy or something. I could go for a double level up right now and get a gunslinger bonus. I'm still open to sorcerers. Oh man, triple item Darius. I think we're gonna lose this one. I don't really know if there's any hope for us against triple item Darius. Yeah, we're looking pretty doomed here. Ouch, that's a really strong start for this guy. That's okay. And that explains why he's at 100 health still. I don't really want to totally give up on the sorcerers just yet. And I'm still not sure if we're going gunslinger or... I think I'm gonna roll one. Yep. That's what happens when you sell. You get past the same unit, you get doubled. Oh. Well, we're going to level up next level, so I'm going to hold on to a little bit of money. Hopefully, we don't face Mr. Roberto again. That guy was stacked. Alright, cool. This time, my Mordekaiser got the Noble buff, which is excellent. He's still going to die relatively quick. But he managed to take out enough of the enemies beforehand, so it works out. Alright. Cool. Cool. Alright, so grab the level up. We're going to get these up. Kennan's really strong and could potentially go Elementalist in general later on. So I'm going to pick him up. Actually, I'm going to throw in the Kennen. I think Kennan's going to be better for bursting these down. The Lucian's looking unlikely, so might just go Knight Gunslinger. But we'll have to see. We still have some time to pick him up where he can kind of shine. Now, I would have preferred to have the Static Shiv on Ashe if I was going. But if we get another tier 2 Vayne, what I can always do, I always have the option of... Oh. Got that going. I always have the option of selling my 1 tier 2 Vayne, just not going for a tier 3 Vayne at any point. I'm not gonna roll. I'm gonna roll, but I'm only going to roll when I'm kind of like a weird number above a multiple of 10. Like for instance, if I was at 38 or 37 or something, I'll roll. Yeah, the bad part about Vayne is she has a very short range. You can fix that with a rapid fire cannon for an AD carry. We're doing okay. We definitely still probably couldn't beat Mr. Roberto. I don't know what this 420 muck will get made. He just finally took it off. Alright, and since we're at 40, we're just gonna leave it. We're just econing up, building up our economy. Once we hit 50, we'll probably do more rolling than leveling. We're still gonna level. In fact, I might just level up to 6 this next one because there aren't a lot of early game units I want to pick up anymore that I don't already have. Of course, I'll still want a tier 3 Mordekaiser, but the chances of us getting it as the game plays out are fairly high still. This guy has a double Cursed Blade Tristana though. Cursed Blade will lower the level of your unit, which is pretty crazy. It's a very strong item. And having two of them, it has like a 20% chance, but having two of them, they each have their own proc chance. It's even potential that they can both proc on the same attack, I believe, and de-level your unit by 2. So this guy's gonna be something to contend with. Alright, we picked up Ash, and we picked up Poppy. So I think we're giving up on the Lucian here 100%. And I also think we're going to level, and now I'm gonna roll a little bit.
The dark should fear me.
Since we leveled, I'm going to put in the Poppy. And also this. So now we're going to block 30% of incoming damage. I'm not going to sell the cannon just yet because we don't need the gold to get over it. Is there some trick I can 6-link my armor because I'm tired of farming fuses? Yes, praise Kaduku. It works every time. Like a charm. Yeah, I should probably swap Trist out for Ashe at this point too, just to get the bonus attack speed on Vayne. I think that would be preferable, even though we don't have a tier 2 Ashe here. Alright, I'm basically just looking for bows right now, if possible, but bow with needlessly large. Yeah, so what? Oh man, what you're gonna want to do, and this is very important, is you take 5 uniques and you surround Kaduku with the 5 uniques in the perfect shape of a star. And then you kill all the units except Kaduku, and you don't kill Kaduku, and you stand right on top of him. And then you say, praise be Kaduku. And then you 6-link your... Then you 6-link it. Easy. The simplest trick.
They will be pure.
Alright, but we're definitely going to be rolling a little bit now. Because we want tier 2 Vayne or tier 2 Ashe very early. Yeah, I'm not gonna roll below 30 though. I'm gonna keep over 30 and then I'll level to 7 at probably 10 out of 30. That's really bad. Yep, we lost our Vayne. But we're probably dead. We don't have enough CC. This guy's team is crazy because he's got a force of nature already. Our team isn't particularly strong at the moment. We don't really have the items either. So right, there's the Ashe, there's the Varus. Alright, cool. So at this point, you just kind of wait. It's kind of chill. Yeah, I don't know if that's obviously I don't think that's necessarily a really genuinely tried and tested technique, but I always say it works. My experience, it works like 20% of the time, every time. Yeah, so ideally here, we're going to be getting our 3rd Ashe soon. Ideally. If not, I can throw the static shiv. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to sell this Vayne, put this Vayne in instead, take the static shiv, put it, this is their attack range. 890 is obviously a lot longer than 660. Having to run into the danger is pretty obnoxious. So yeah, we can, since these guys jump, we can kind of make a human shield around our units here, so our squishy guys don't get just destroyed. Okay, that's perfect. That's excellent. Okay, cool. So, what I'm actually going to do first is I'm going to throw this onto here to make the Ginsu Rage Blade. And then I'm going to quick roll, see if I can get a third Ash. And if I don't get one soon, before the round starts. Okay, so I'm just going to throw these on. I like it on Ash so much more. I think I'm just going to throw her in as a 2-star, or as a 1-star. So we have some lack of items here. We're probably going to get absolutely harder than before, but only took 3 units. That's not too bad. Alright, so we're going to set up into a little defensive formation in the corner here. And what I'm going to do... Oh, I could do this. Alright, so first of all, I'm going to level. I can go this in. I'm going to set up a defensive formation. I'm going to put Bane, who is the least useful over there. And then we're going to roll. Okay. Kindred, also very good. Okay, so we got our setup. Now we're better yet. This is good. Unfortunately, our Ash walked forward anyway for some reason. Alright, only lost a little health there, but yeah, we've got an okay set. It's a little too late though, potentially. Down to 19 health. Little bit too. Really could use that last Ash. 100 would also be nice.
Though many try.
I think we're just gonna have to harder, fortunately. Oh god. Well, we might be dead before we can kind of get off the ground here. Not looking good. We're doing the opposite of climbing. We're doing the falling. So what do we have for... Guess I can make a Bloodthirster. Ooh, I have an idea. First of all, we're taking that Karthus. I kind of wanted to try Ranyuan's Hurricane. I guess when you're at 4 life, it's always in ranked, it's always a good idea to try something newer. But yeah, things are looking very bad. First things first, we're going to copy this. here. And we're gonna hard roll. Ash. Okay. Kindred. Double Cho'Gath. Well, we've done all we can do. Or less. Oh no! I didn't swap in the... Oh man. I'm not getting freezes here. This is bad. Oh. Oh, we're dead. No. If I would have swapped that out, she could have been freezing them. I swore I swapped it out. Well, I guess that's probably it. I've been streaming for an hour and a half. Wow. That's a lot longer than I intended. Didn't really climb. In fact, did quite the opposite, but yeah, still fun. I hope you guys enjoyed, even if you didn't understand what was going on. This has been Ryan from Behind Eyes Gaming, and I will see you next time.